Viewers, Iran has reopened its airspace after nearly 5 hours of closing down its airspace in light of the unrest and the escalating tensions within its borders. And this has been triggered by rising concerns of possible military action involving the US. And the sudden shutdown forced airlines across the region to cancel, reroute or even delay multiple flights, disrupting international air traffic. Iran had briefly closed its airspace to all flights except approved international operations, according to aviation alerts, before lifting restrictions. Flight tracking data showed a handful of Iranian carrier aircraft among the first to resume operations once the airspace reopened. The temporary closure came amid heightened tensions as US President Donald Trump weighed possible responses to the situation in Iran, which is witnessing its largest anti-regime protests in years. And at the same time, the US began withdrawing some personnel from its bases across the Middle East following warnings from Tehran to neighboring countries over potential retaliation if Washington had to attack Iran. Several global carriers were affected with the airspace closure. Indian Airlines were among those impacted, with IndiGo confirming disruption to some international services, while Air India began operating alternative routes that could result in delays or cancellations. Airlines from Europe and the Gulf also altered operations, with Germany advising its carriers to avoid Iranian airspace, and Lufthansa suspended overflights until further notice. The region has seen increased caution from airlines due to security risks, including fears of missile activity or air defense misidentification. Iran's airspace has remained sensitive since 2020 downing of a Ukrainian passenger jet. Air India issued a travel advisory stating that due to the evolving situation and airspace closure, several flights have been rerouted, leading to delays, while some services where rerouting is not possible have been cancelled in the interest of the passenger safety. On ground zero, on the other, airspace has been reopened by Iran after it was closed for nearly 5 hours following threats from US President Donald Trump assuring people of Iran, the protesters of Iran, that help is on its way. And Iran, as a preemptive measure, it closed down its airspace for around 5 hours. Now it has finally been reopened. Flight operations have begun, and these are the latest pictures from flight tracking data, which shows flights operating over Iran airspace.